kept saying unable to create stream, and I'm like, what is happening right now? But I got it sorted. All right, so welcome back, guys. It is time for another first reaction hangout for Lord X season 3, episode 4. Can't remember the name of the episode now. Something room for improvement. No, room for, I don't remember. Let's see. I'm sure you guys will all set me straight as to what it's about or what it's called. I'm surprised I can't remember. Room for improvement. That's what I thought. Just didn't sound right. All right, Ozzy, member for 32 months. Thank you so much, Ozzy. At the rank of Federation President. My God, man. You're crazy for sticking with us this long at that tier. But we love you for it. Says, we got Tendi has Badgie, okie dokie. Hi, Stuart just got back from the bonk. No Shax or Tiana there. Wait, isn't it called Room for Growth? Yes, Room for Growth. Thank you. I need to edit it now. But I don't think that I can edit it while we're live. But you're right, it is Room for Growth. Thank you. That sounds more accurate. Olivia says, what did you think of the deflector control room? We have a video coming out about that, so you'll have to wait and see. We thought it was pretty great. Holy Gabriel says, hey Cap, loved this week's episode. Solid 8 out of 10 from me. Mark says I was looking at the thumbnail. Yeah. I want you guys to put in the chat right now, what do you think of this episode? I should leave the title Room for Improvement, because I think Lower Decks this season is, needs some improving. There is room for improvement this season. All the episodes, the last 3 was, the last 3 were very mediocre for me. Just didn't hold up to seasons 1 and 2. There's just not a lot going on that's interesting and grabbing my interest personally. Not to say they're bad, I still enjoy them, but just seems like 2 B stories going on and nothing really grabbing my interest. The only thing that grabbed my interest in this one was Mariner and Tendi when they saved Boimler. So, speaking of, it is important, Fleet Pa, but it's kind of funny that there is room for improvement in the show, because, funny enough though, the thumbnail you guys got wasn't the first one that we whipped up. This was the first one. Tendi reaching out for Captain Foley. Dun, dun, dun. But we decided not to use that one, although I think it's pretty great, personally. So, yeah. No, there's definitely room for improvement for me in this show, so I kind of like that I mistitled it. That's kind of funny. Peter Lukaku throws in $20. Thank you so much. Pet peeve in cartoons is when a bullet flies in with its brass casing. Ugh. Sorry, it's annoying. I totally agree. We see it. I see it in some sniper games as well on mobile. Some of the mobile ads for sniper games. Bullet flying through the air with the casing still on it. It was the same thing in this episode. I noticed it instantly, and yes, it annoys the shit out of me too. What the hell is this shit? Yeah, I've got two pugs behind the camera now, guys, so there will be some snoring. I am sure. I want you guys to spam the chat right now, though, whether you thought this episode was good, bad, or meh. Just meh. Let me know. Casey Stewart said best of the season in his opinion. I do have to disagree with you. Mark says it was pretty good. I thought they were just a little better than meh. Yeah, I'm kind of there with you, but they're mid-range episodes for me. Yeah, nothing really exciting going on. The best was really the first, but all of them are kind of meh. Okay. Colin Barrett says, Les Jericho says, I recommend the new Grand Tour. It's really funny. I love the Grand Tour. I will be watching it. Didn't know it was out yet. Colin Barrett, I loved all the ship design jokes in this episode. Yes. Les Jericho, interesting to know that the ship still has sweet spots. Yeah, absolutely. Mark says Lower Decks episodes are not quite as good as... Lower Decks episodes that are not quite as good are still better than pretty much all of the other best episodes of modern Trek. I would say all the live action ones, but yes. Smart Smears, I don't think the issue is with season... The issue with season 3 is the episodes are bad. I really enjoy them. I just expected season 3 to have more forward movement. Expected the dynamics to be different by now. Yes, I'm right there with you. I'm not saying they're bad by any means. Just compared to seasons 1 and 2, they're just not as good. Cher Olivia. As soon as I heard that in the episode, I knew you were going to do that. So the Cerritos now has a bog? I guess so. I thought that was kind of stupid. With that being said, the meh of this season is still better than the bad of Picard. I approve of the Tendi thumbnail. Yeah, that was bad. 45. Cap doesn't look like that when it's been fired. A meh, 7 out of 10 for Chuck. The Jericho said good. James E. Irvine says Tendi will become a ship's counselor by the end of the series. She helped Rutherford last year and now is helping Bradward. Fleetpaw says meh, bordering on goodish. Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. Peter says this could have been a season 1 episode. Yes. Joseph says they're trying to be this or that, like the Orville, and not staying on what they set out to do with the show. Have fun with comedy instead of trying to different kind of stories. Eric Martin says it's a meh plus. Garrett says this episode was okay, but enjoyed it. Ozzy says Tendi looked good in her bra and underwear. Yes, so did Mariner. This is Jericho. The only thing I didn't like was when there was some life sensor. Yeah. The only thing I didn't like was there wasn't some life sensor in the deflector dish when they activated it. It seems like a health hazard. Yes, I do agree with that as well. I didn't think about that, but you're absolutely right. Matt Boardman, here for just a little bit, but I enjoyed the episode. It wasn't super crazy actiony, but it reminded me of Data's Day type episode. Usually I enjoy the episodes of the mundane day-to-day stuff where nothing big has to happen, but that's all that this show's... That's all Lower Decks has been this season, except for the first episode. So, I don't know, it's wearing a little thin for me. I'm not saying it's bad. I still like them. Everybody's going to say, oh, he hated it. It's not that it's not bad. No, that's not... I'm not saying it's bad. Relax. It's just not as good as season 1 and 2. Rescue scene with the girls in their underwear was appreciated. Yes, absolutely. Matt says, love the chance to meet some bonding with the lower deckers, which we haven't gotten for a long time. Yes, I will agree. 6.8 out of 10 says Casey Stewart. Holy Gabriel says the Grand Tour is back in the day. Top Gear is some of my favorite shit to watch. Hearing Clarkson scream, "Helen, you idiot!" just warms my heart. Yes, and James May calling Clarkson a muppet. Listen, Jericho, we need a Discovery show like this where they explore the grand chasms of the turbolift shaft. Matt Boardman says, also the whole Shax Tiana stuff made me laugh so hard. Yeah, they had a Bonnie and Clyde thing going on for sure. The alien that was in charge of meeting the captains is the same one of the TOS cartoons of the 70s. Yes, same as Lieutenant Eric's and Edosian with the 3 arms, 3 legs. Yes, we've seen them before in Lower Decks, so that's fine. Sadly, it's another episode I don't have much to say. One of my favorite lines was Captain Freeman, who's like, engineers, they're all like goddamn Geordie LaForges. Love the Bonnie and Clyde action sexual fantasy holodeck program. Matt Boardman says, but every season is like that. It's like the first half of the season is so-so and the second half is great, especially the last 2 episodes. Not true. Go back and watch seasons 1 and 2 of Lower Decks. There's so much better stuff in the first couple episodes than this. Sorry, this one's it's dropped a little bit for me just this season. Again, not to say I don't enjoy it. I'm enjoying them quite a bit. I love Lower Decks. And a bad episode of Lower Decks is still a fantastic episode because there are no bad episodes of Lower Decks. However, compared to season 1 and 2, it's just not quite where I'd want the show to be. I think this is the first time we've seen Rutherford genuinely mad at the end. Yes, it is the first time we've seen him genuinely mad, I think. And I'm fine. I just came back from a spa. Yes, and Hammond calling Clarkson an orangutan. Mark Henson, and Edosians are nice. It'd be nice to learn more about them. Totally agree. I'd like to see them in live action, something. That'd be awesome. Fleetpaw says the Edosian having a couple of drags off the sig reminded me of you a little. It was funny. Aw, thanks, man. Yeah, where she's like, yeah, that's great. Just get out of here. Get that thing off my ship. I never really considered that, but yeah, I can see why people might think that. That's a good call, Fleetpaw. Colin says Discovery turbo shafts are so big you would need a Galaxy-class starship to explore them. Ozzy says, remember, you can use cucumbers to turn off the sensors. Doesn't turn them off. It creates a membrane that fools them. Olivia says, I got my new nickname, Churl live earlier. I was having problems with this app earlier, even scheduling this live. Now it keeps disconnecting on me, so I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, as I was saying, because when we talked to Mike McMahon and his team, we said you must include our one moderator, Olivia, in this upcoming season. You have to do some kind of Olivia reference. And that's what they did. So I apologize for the stream cutting out. I don't know why. Let me just try one thing. Maybe that will improve it. We'll see. Olivia says, did you really? No, we didn't. But it's nice that you believe me. Yeah, the highlights for me, of course, were Mariner and Tendi getting down to their skivvies. That was awesome. And then all these engineers are goddamn Geordie LaForges. That was good. Seeing the Indojian was nice. And the inside of the deflector broom was cool. You always see those NMSDs. You always see how far back the deflector goes. So that was kind of a neat little thing. And I love even the Shacks, even Shacks saying, there's some asteroids floating towards us. Should I fire all the phasers? It's like, no, just turn on the deflector. Was hilarious because Worf got shut down all the time. Can we shoot it? Can we kill it? And he always got told no all the time. So that was a nice little Worf in joke, I think. Oh, another thing. Did anyone notice? Oh, there are 4 quarters on deck 1. You guys know what deck 1 is, right? Deck 1 of any Starfleet ship is the bridge. So right away that struck me, and I'm like, deck 1? I mean, like the first deck under the bridge, which that makes no goddamn sense. But yeah, 1 room on deck 4 makes a lot more sense. So that bugged me a little bit, actually. Can you ask Mike if fleet paws are edible in the Trek universe? Sure. I like the callback to masks. It was nice. Yes, but instead of moussaka, it was manuki. Ozzy, what did Ramson order at the end in the paper bag? He ordered churros, 32 of them, to refresh his wife, essentially, from when he was a caveman. Long story. Harrison Wells, best part of this season was Mariner and Tendi undies and Tendi's towel. Yes. Colin says, yes, I did wonder why there were quarters on deck 1. Mark Henson, I like seeing different races in the mud bath, even the Galordan and wallowing in the mud. Get it? Because they're pigs. Yes, I did see that. This Jericho, did you notice the dead Doppler in the swamp? I did not notice the dead Doppler in the swamp. Holy Gabriel, hey, what was with the dead crew member's skeleton in the swamp room under hydroponics? I didn't notice it. Shit. Does deck 1 have a ready room? On the Cerritos? Yes, actually. Hold on. Yes, it does. Jerk Major says, meh. Yeah, I'm kind of there with you, man. Mark says, oh, did anyone notice that the towel guy finally got a name? Don't remember what it was, though. Oh, yeah, Mariner scolded him for telling him he could replicate a bigger towel. I can't remember his name either. Harrison Wells says, Turbolift, deck 1, bridge adjacent. Colin Barrett, yes, I caught the corpse in the swamp. I thought it was going somewhere, but then nothing. Mark says, it's okay, Captain. They didn't notice the body either. Lisa Jericho, it was a Doppler from season 2 episode, The Doppler Effect. Obviously, they didn't get all the duplicates. Nice. Garrett Roughton, did you see the Andorian ship in the episode with the other ships? Yes, I did see the Andorian ship. There's also one that looked like a Daedalus class. It wasn't. It was different enough, but definitely had the appearance of a Daedalus class, just kind of a modified one. Oh, he means Doppler. Doppler, yes. Sorry, I should probably put this thing away. Is that orange crush you are drinking? No, it is not. It's just it's a peach drink. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I just don't have much to say about this episode. There's nothing there for me. The Cerritos looked beautiful. The Cerritos when it was in warp at the beginning, when it came out of warp, when they did the close-up on the bottom of the hull, when they just kind of went in and they were crawling through the Jeffries tube. The outside of the ship, the exterior looked fantastic. So if you guys want to see what's behind the camera right now, this is it. There's Precious and then the little one. We actually named her Lola, in case anybody's interested. Her name is Lola. We call her Lola Bean. Oh, Sylvia's here. Hi, Sylvia. She's doing good, hon. Don't worry, she's sleeping away here. Doing really well. Let's see. Harrison Wells, turbo lift. Level, please. Up your shaft. Fleet Paw says, I did think about there being quarters on deck 1. However, with the Cerritos being a lower class vessel, it would be possible that there are quarters there. No, because deck 1 is the bridge. It's on the top of the ship, even on the Cerritos. Ozzy says, was Tendi holding a green Murph? No, she was not holding a green Murph. This is Jericho, off topic, but Star Trek Day was very underwhelming. I disagree. Star Trek Day this year was actually very good, except for the DJ and all the fucking filling time with crap. Like, get to the shit we want to see. I don't want to see all the shit you showed us. I just don't want to see that. Everyone's saying hello to Sylvia. Colin says, oh, new puppy, sleepless nights and poop everywhere, lol. No sleepless nights, she's really good. And poop everywhere, nope. She had like 2 poop accidents in the house. But she's fantastic now. She's really catching on, so. Fleet Paw says, all hands, attention. Admiral on the bridge. It was goopy. Captain Casey Stewart, Shenzhou Bridge isn't deck 1, is it? No, the Shenzhou Bridge is fucking deck, I don't know, 6, 7, I don't know. Shenzhou's, it's got it on the bottom, so. Jonathan, in the TNG episode Masks, I thought Data was affected because his brain is a computer, like the ship's computer that transformed the ship. Maybe there's something about Captain Freeman we don't know yet. I don't know. Kashink says it was a good episode. It wasn't a bad episode. I'll say that. Fleetpaw says, no, Casey, Shenzhou's bridge was on deck 7, I think. Mark says, Shenzhou, deck 7. Matt Boardman, that would be an interesting question for Mike on the deck assignment. Yep. Don't worry, we'll get there. When we talk to him, we will ask him this. This is just the way it goes. Mark Henson, what I meant was the gelatinous creature similar to Murph was named Goopy. I know what you mean. I know what you meant. I know that she had this little thing in a beaker named Goopy. I knew that. But yeah, it's not Murph. It's not a creature like Murph. Would be my guess. I mean, it could be, but I don't think it is. No, I didn't think it was a Murph at all, even though Mark and Ozzy did. Hello, Donnie. This is Jericho. I thought Tendi was holding Mr. Fundles. Mellow Canuck, everyone is a goddamn Geordie LaForge. Yes. One of my favorite parts of the episode was that line. Um, Meeting the Delta team was cool. I kind of liked two of them for a minute. But yeah, Delta shifts they're kind of dicks. So I also love how the terminal they were getting to was air gapped. If you don't know what air gap terminals are, it's just one that's not connected to anything else. It's literally separated by, so it's not linked into the main systems. I love how Delta shift was going to be going through the auxiliary corridors, but our betas, I hate saying betas, our beta shift guys were going to go through the maintenance tubes. It's a little bit different route. Although Boimler does say this hatch opens every hour for 10, opens for 10 seconds every hour. And then it's a straight shot to the terminal. So if it's a straight shot to the terminal, the Delta guys got through. It took Boimler a minute or two to figure out that the water was draining, to slide down the thing, then to climb up the ladder and kind of bypass whatever it was. Still don't know how they got there first. Seems weird to me. Fuck Delta shift. Olivia says, so in Star Trek, Stewart is a big with a listening device. Chair Olivia is the first officer's love interest. What is a Jeff Jacobs? I don't know. Matt Boardman cracked me up. They didn't want to stop the Klingon from his relaxing time. Yeah, he's over time, but we're kind of scared to stop him. Holy Gabriel, good time of year to do an investigations. Oh, they're talking about ghost hunting. Okay. Casey Stewart, someone on Delta shift sounded familiar. The one girl that was talking about the turbo lift logs had a weird voice when she delivered that line. Jonathan, I think the bridge in Deck 1 simulation is like the first floor and ground floor situation, which confuses people because people have different ways of thinking about the same problem. No. You look at any MSD, any deck layout for any ship, official blueprints or otherwise, and if they're not even labeled deck 1, 2, and 3, it's deck A, B, C, D. Because on TOS Enterprise, the bridge is deck A deck, and then there's the BC deck, which anytime you're talking about the model and you're talking about this bulge underneath the bridge, it's referred to as the BC deck, which confuses people. They're like, what the hell's a BC deck? It's literally deck B and C. So they don't even number their decks. Star Trek V got that wrong as well. Not only the number of decks, like 75 decks, but passing it 5 times. But they're not numbered. The decks are not numbered on a Starfleet ship. They're actually lettered. So, and A is at the top. Hey Cap, got a new iPad there. I did. How did you know? It's the big iPad Pro, 12.9 inch. It's beautiful. Terry Ferguson, this episode was a nod to Galaxy Quest. A little bit. As Samuel said, he was expecting chompers at one point. And I was too. When they did find the one hatch, Tendi did say there could be an incinerator down there, and Boimler's feeling is like there's no heat. So he does this bold Boimler thing, which is, I'm kind of glad they brought that up again. That was nice. But yeah, I was expecting some kind of chompers or something like that as well. Did you know that the Titan shuttles are named after jazz musicians? No, they're not. That's a lie. That's a filthy rumor. You have no evidence to support that. None. I like how everyone was tinted blue in the engine room from the core glow. Yes. Holy Gabriel, I've never had any issues dealing with elements. Oh, what's on with it? Johnny says he received his copy of Star Trek: The Motion Picture, The Complete Journey, 4K Blu-ray box set this afternoon. Nice. Jaddock Productions, BC deck. Does that stand for bulging? Sorry, I'll go put Sun's cap on now. Yes. Stands for bulging. Hey Cody, how's it going? Hope you're well also. Fleet Paw throws in $5. Apparently a Fleet Paw is a delicacy in the Lower Decks universe. Keep me away from a barbecue grill, Olivia. Keep me away from a barbecue grill, please. Olivia would probably trip me and laugh. Joseph Barbado said, I saw you holding a second generation iPad pencil. You got the Big Daddy. Yes. This is beautiful, by the way. Sylvia's got the Generation 1 iPencil, or the Apple Pencil. This is the Generation 2, and it's dope. It's charging. It's awesome. You're very observant. Good job. And yes, they are pretty easy to tell apart. This is the first and second gens. I don't think tonight's going to be a long stream for a couple of reasons. First of all, I don't have a lot to talk about for this episode. I really don't. And second, tomorrow I have to go down to the convention center and set up the captain's chair for the convention this weekend. So I got to do that I got to leave here at 11 a.m. and get the chair set up, get the backdrop set up, get the table organized. So I've got a lot to do this weekend because it is the weekend of London Comic Con. If you're in London, Ontario, and you want to stop by, I'd appreciate it if you'd come and say hi. We were at the TOS Captain's Chair. There's a Trekyards table there. And come say hi and chat us up. And if you can come on Sunday at 11:45 a.m., Robert Picardo is going to be on stage for a Q&A. And I'm going to be emceeing that, so I will be on stage with him. So that'll be quite exciting and fun. So if you can show up, I would like to see you. So come say hi. I believe the Enterprise D decks are numbered because there's more than 26 decks. Yeah, there's 32 decks, so yeah, they might be numbered. Maybe. Trying to think of any references to that, but yeah, you could be right. Cody, Carlsbad is right next to Oceanside, California, where I grew up. Hoping for the USS Oceanside one day. That would be awesome. Ian Geo9 is here. Hello, man. How's it going? Eric says the first thing the engineers do when arriving on the relaxation ship is fix the door. LOL. Jaddock Productions. I missed these Jaddock Productions. I missed these takes up a lot of... Oh, I've missed these. University takes up a lot of time. Yes. Grant McGregor throws in $5. Thank you so much, Grant. I didn't hear you guys talked about a joke from last week, but the ship which got duped was the USS Hood. You can say the Hood was hoodwinked. Wah, 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 wah. Funny. Ozzy says, have a safe trip tomorrow. Have a safe trip where? To the convention center? It's downtown. It's like 10 minutes from my house. Maybe 15, depending on traffic. I will have a safe trip driving 10 minutes. Fleetpaw, I'm thinking about getting the iPhone 14 Pro Max. My mobile carrier is offering a great fucking deal. $1,000 off if you trade in your qualifying smartphone. That's cool. I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max. That's what it's actually filming on right now. Right there. Great phone. I love the Pro Max. I love the bigger size. But yeah, get a new phone eventually. Don't know when. Olivia says, I see you have the good old XCV 330. I do. The ring ship. Right there. Colin Barrett. Oh, you will have to do the computer. Activate EMH line. Will I have to do that? Will I really? Might do the computer deactivate EMH at the end, but not at the beginning, I don't think. Eric Martin. So, a poll. How did the doctor lose her tail? I can't do a poll. Let's see, there's no poll options. On the computer, I could do a poll, but I can't do a poll here. Joseph Barbado. I'm super excited for my upcoming photo op with Anson Mount at New York's Comic-Con. Wish I had more than 5 seconds to say something to him. Yeah, those photo ops where they kind of herd you through like cattle are kind of rough. It's nice when you get a second or two to talk with the person, but, you know, if you were behind that person in line that was talking to them for 5 minutes, you'd be like, come on. So at the same time, you can go talk to them at their table, then you can have as much time as they want to give you, kind of thing. So I would suggest doing that instead, but oh, Ozzy was just making a joke. Okay, sorry, Oz. I thought you might have thought I was flying to London, England, or something, and no, I'm not doing that. Fleet Paw puts in $2. Shall we spam Sam about the XCV 330 video again? He gets annoyed with that because I bring it up occasionally too. Because it's one of the episodes that I'm most proud of because I did a lot of research for that one and found a lot of cool little facts. But oh well, it is what it is. Olivia says, send your login information and I'll create a poll. That's a big no. Turd says, if Samuel were there with Picardo, he would ask him if he'd run into Remmer recently. This Jericho, could you ask Picardo what it was like to work with B. Arthur in Golden Girls? I could ask that, but I probably won't. The Q&A starts at 11:45 and is done at 12:30, so it's not even a full hour. So I'm gonna have him on, ask him what he's been up to, throw in the odd question here and there based on his responses, and then we just open it up to the floor. So I don't even really have to be there. I don't think. I don't know. I was asked to MC it, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I will videotape it if I'm able to, if I have somebody available to do that, and then I will post it on the Trekyards channel, just like I did with the Denise Crosby one that I MC'd. Jaddock Productions says, that was trippy seeing a delayed you. Hold your iPad up again. I want to see how many screens we can see. I've done that shit before. It goes into infinity. Come on. It's on delay. I don't know if you can tell. Infinite iPads. Sorry, that was... let's see. Shax ripped her tail off, being kinky. Matt Bourbon says, I hear you guys recorded something about the ring ship. Hashtag release the video. Hashtag let Matt edit. You know my thoughts on that, Matt. Olivia, aren't you his captain? Order Sam to post the video. Yes, that's how that works. Harrison Wells says, say hello to Quiet for me. No, he's actually being quiet. I think he's actually sleeping right now, so... Grant McGregor, what makes Lower Decks great and Discovery not so great is Lower Decks knows when they commit heresy such as drug use, they know it's wrong, but it's funny, and being wrong makes it more funny. Jadok says, I think it is cool. Timmy, I never know how to say your name. Delta Shift sucks. Colin Barrett, to infinity and beyond, eventually. Peter Lacaco throws in $5. Thank you so much, Peter. As much as I love Trek, all the prequel shows and Legacy cast shows, I just would like a new show like when TNG first came out. Yep. Don't need legacy characters. Don't need things that they can screw up. Create something new and just go from there. Jedi Productions, I just hope there is no red shift. Then you know you're about to get sucked into a black hole. Cody Michaels, this season of Lower Decks has been terrible, but definitely hasn't been terrible, but definitely a step down from last season. Just my opinion. Maybe it'll get better for me. I'm right there with you. I wouldn't say it's terrible. And you didn't either. You said hasn't been terrible. I'd agree with you. A bad episode of Lower Decks is still better than most episodes of Picard season 1 and 2. So, and I really enjoy Lower Decks. Even the meh episodes, just there's no hook. There's nothing grabbing me that's keeping me invested in the episode. But I'm still enjoying everything I'm seeing. So it's a weird thing to judge and talk about. So. Matt Boardman says, I can't place a finger on it, but I really want some churros. Well, order some damn churros, man. Turd Ferguson, is it wrong that I laughed really hard when Samuel was mentioning the Queen's death? And you were like, yeah, we'll have to print new money, lol. It's not wrong. There's no rush to print new bills. Trust me, we'll have the Queen's face on the bill for a long time. Plus, as they enter new ones into circulation with King Charles III, I guess, I don't know what he is, those will start trickling in, but it's not going to be like, boom, tomorrow we have new money. That's not how it's going to work. No, we're not doing skip the dishes. I don't even know if there's a place around here that does churros. I think I've only had a churro once, and that was actually in Chicago at the Star Trek convention. So. Olivia smells like cinnamon. Casey Stewart says, just saying, as bad as Picard has been, I still would watch it over Discovery, which I can't stand, but continue to watch all of. I think you summed up, are you quoting me? Are you quoting Samuel? I think you're quoting us from another video, because we've said the same thing. Still watching it, but... Colin says, as an Irish person, I am staying away from all discussion about monarchy. Yeah, I don't understand the political stuff about that. Just for the record, I don't understand why Ireland is so bitter. I don't understand. And it's weird because I'm Irish. My last name is Foley. Used to be O'Foley. O'Foley like 2 or 3 generations ago. But, yeah. You all live on the same fucking island. And yes, it's an island. It's smaller than the whole of the UK. All of it. That little witch-shaped island. It looks like a witch. Don't tell me it doesn't. It is smaller than the province that I live in. The province of Ontario. You could fit all of it in our province. So you don't have a lot of room. You got a lot of people and a lot of history. I suggest you all just fucking get along. I just don't understand it. It just blows my mind. Have to have the coronation first, and then it takes 8 years to rotate the money. Listen to Jericho. He's in the know. Mark Henson, Quick Trip has okay churros. Jeddick Productions, as an Aussie, I feel for the family, but I still think he's King Chuck the Turd. Okay. I see. This Jericho, has anyone gone to see The Coffin? I was tempted to go to Edinburgh, but I was working. I haven't. I've seen it online. I've seen pictures of it, but... Holy Gabriel. I mean, in season 2, we get some truly great episodes, like Embarrassment of Dopplers and I Excretus, which are phenomenal and hard to replicate in greatness. It's true. And we said that going into season 1 and 2. It's going to be hard to keep topping themselves and doing better content because there was such good content. And here we've hit season 3 and it's like, yep, you guys can't top yourselves right now. Or at least you're not. So, has this been moving? It had better have been moving. Whatever. Churros are awesome. The Mexican place in town where I work has great churros, says Fleetpaw. Colin says it's a long and complicated history. Don't care. Just get your shit together. I would love to be a politician. I would just tell people to fucking suck it up. Casey Stewart says, as you say, Captain, can't say you hate all of Discovery if you haven't watched all of Discovery. Exactly. Olivia says, don't we all live on an island? No, we live on continents. They're much larger than islands. Listen, Jericho, Northern Ireland is being in the UK and the South don't. Northern Ireland like being in the UK and the South don't. Simple as that. But why? Why don't they like it? Grant McGregor, $5. Churro wouldn't be sad with a bad episode of Lower Decks. Thank you, Grant. Holy Gabriel, Earth is an island when you think about it. It's true. Cody Michaels, all I know is what on the Crown. All I know is what on the Crown, not a bad show. The Crown. Yes, my daughter was actually telling me about that. She's been watching it for a while now. And she suggests I watch it, that I'd like it. So we'll see. Peter Lukaku, $5. Hey Cap, have you seen the new CW Lemoyne fighter pilot episode that came out a few hours ago about Top Gun movie flight maneuvers? I have not. Haven't seen a Lemoyne video in quite a while, actually. I'll have to check it out. Colin Barrett, the BBC did a 6-part documentary called The Story of Ireland, which explains everything in a non-biased way. I highly recommend. Okay. If time allows, I will sign my condolences book for the royal family. Jaddick Productions, does anyone in Australia know where I can watch Lower Decks? Won't work on Paramount Plus. Anyone in Australia, please let Jaddick know what's going on. Squadra Course throws in $1. He's got an itchy sniper trigger figure. A Badgie spin-off. Badgie spin-off show. That'd be interesting. That would be interesting for sure. Turd says, has Terry Metalis explained why the Stargazer is gone after about 5 minutes of screen time? Has he explained it? Probably. Not to us. Yet. Eric Martin, you don't do walks anymore on lives. It's cooler at night now. It is cooler at night. It's almost too cool now. Because I usually wear shorts. I love sitting out back when Sylvia is done work and I'm done alive. We sit out back. But the last week or so, it's been a little too cool for my shorts. And it's like a little too cold out here. But I don't really want to wear jeans all day either. Another thing, when I walk in jeans, I tend to get a little too hot. And so it's weird. I didn't do a lot of walking this year, and I should have. I just kept putting it off. Don't remind me. Captain Foley for Prime Minister. People wouldn't approve. Fleetpaw, I would make a bad politician. I'm not corrupt. I don't mince words, and I'll tell you to shove it up your ass if you piss me off. Fleetpaw for Senate. Yeah, I'm the same way. I just tell you go fuck yourself. Or you and you are having a problem, fucking lock you guys in a goddamn room and figure it out, because I'm not dealing with it. You've been doing this, you're fighting for 150 years now? Your two fucking provinces or countries just fucking smarten the fuck up. Realize we're all on the same fucking planet. We're all the same fucking species. So just fucking get along. How difficult is that? That would piss people off. See, no matter what stance you take, you're gonna piss people off. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything else, but Trek or not, I'm from Northern Ireland, so I am making sure I stay right the fuck out of it. Grant McGregor, I'm sorry you didn't get the churro pun. Let's see, where's Grant McGregor's? Churro went to be sad. Yeah, I don't get it. It's cold tonight in Scotia too. I'm sour. Badgie versus Moriarty. Moriarty would win. Squadra Course, how's everyone? Sorry I'm late. Had a really stressful day at work. Sorry to hear that, Squadra Course, but you're here now. You're amongst friends. Relax. Put your mind at ease. Turn your wristband from yellow or red, black, whatever you're at, turn it to green. You're here now. Listen to the sound of my voice. Close your eyes and let me ASMR. How do you like that? Isn't that really good? That doesn't actually work because these aren't stereo. But that's what they do in ASMR videos. Relax, you're not at work. Don't be stressed. Couldn't you be a king? You are a steward. Dad joke, my bad. Steward, keeper of the estate. I see what you're doing there. I am a lord. I do own some land in Scotland, so I am Lord Captain, or Captain Lord, whatever you prefer. Squadra Course, you need the Cerritos anti-stress chamber. So do I. Holy Gabriel, hey Cap, often do you guys get to see the Northern Lights where you're at? Almost never. Maybe 2% of the time. I think I've seen them once here. No, we don't get the Northern Lights this far down. The occasional atmospheric anomaly might cause it, like a solar flare or something, but generally when that happens, it's fucking overcast, so it doesn't matter. Tendi can be the new Badgie butterfly. Grant McGregor, I kind of expected the anti-stress chamber to be a placebo. Yeah, I kind of did too, actually. Jericho, are you going to be playing the Modern Warfare 2 beta cap? Yes, probably. Peter the Caco. So what happened to the captain in the anti-stress chamber? It doesn't seem like modern tech. Your guess is as good as mine. Project Achieva. I unironically like ASMR. I like some ASMR too. Captain Foley's ASMR time. Men doing ASMR is creepy. It is. It's 100% creepy for men to do it. Women is fine, but Squadron Course, okay, LOL. For that, you get a super chat, $1. Thank you so much. Mark Henson, that's fucking disturbing. Ozzy says, long live the pug. Pugs, yes. Both of you. You, the new one, and you, the old one. Even though you're not old. Jaddock says, careful, Stuart, you may seduce some of the ladies. It's never been a problem in the past, so. Project Achieva, you would get crazy subs if you actually did Star Trek themed ASMR. I should get my phaser and do the click, click, click. Casey Stewart, at last, at least your name isn't Lord Father. It's true, but I am a father as well, or a dad. So, Fleet Pa, I need the anti-stress chamber too. Work has been a ducker. Sounds like you need the rubber ducky room. Colin Barrett, we don't do titles here. A pity, as I'm descended from earls, so I would either be a baron or a lord. Mark Henson, the captain must have dreamed she got a clit message. The captain must have dreamed she got a clit massage. Oh. Moving right along. Fleet Pa throws in $2. Captain Freeman got fingered in the chamber. Laughing my ass off. The fuck is wrong with you people? When I'm saying what the fuck is wrong with you people, you know there's a problem. Guys. Coming up on an hour now. We're probably going to end it soon. If I get another $5 in super chats, that would be great. Nice number, not too much. So, Project Achieva, I'll add that I only watch female ASMR. Turd says the stress chamber had attachments. Jaddock Productions, please don't hate me for saying this, but do you know what your surname means in the medical world? Yes, the Foley catheter. It's not what my name means. It just means that somebody named Foley was smart enough to invent the catheter that later became known as the Foley catheter. You know what my name is in movies? There's a Foley on every movie. The Foley artist. That's right. They do all the sounds. So I'm very proud of the name Foley. I don't give a shit if it's a catheter. Foley was smart enough to create the Foley catheter. Who gives a shit? Squadron Course. If a man with the last name of Father becomes a priest, wouldn't he be Father? Faja. Peter says that's where I was going, but being polite. Mark Henson's laughing. This is Jericho. That was a moderator saying that. No, it wasn't. Fleet Pa's not really a moderator. He thinks he is. We just copy and pasted a little wrench beside his name, and he thinks he's a moderator. He's not. Cody Michaels throws in $5 just to round us up. So thank you so much, Cody. Much appreciated. The Holy Gabriel says, I'm actually descendant from both the Plantagenets as well as the Scottish Stuarts and later Scottish English Stuarts. Damn, man, that's a lot of Stuarts. There's only one correct way to spell Stuart, and that's with a U. Just so you know. Squadron Course throws in $1 looking for the last super chat slot. Thank you so much, Squadron Course. Jeddah Productions, I think it's Father Squared. That's good. Turd Ferguson, isn't that the tube that goes into your Johnson? It is. Captain Casey Stewart, Axel Foley, is there an Axel Foley here? That was my nickname in high school. Everybody called me Axel for obvious reasons. They thought it would be insulting or something, and it absolutely was not. I love Beverly Hills Cop. I love Axel Foley, so it was a compliment to me. So, and Casey Stewart, I think you mean, is that fucking Foley in here? When Inspector Todd comes in to ream him out. Fleet Paw, $5. You rubbed off on me. That's not true at all. We've never met. So you just shut your filthy mouth. You've corrupted me. You're my hero now. I was once the learner. Now I am the master. See, it's one of those things, though. You don't teach your student the 51 ways you know to kill a person. You only teach them 50. You save one in case your student tries to use them on you. You have to have one trick in the bag that you can pull out at any time and use on somebody you've trained. You can reveal it after you die somehow, whether it be written text, whether it be as a ghost, as a force ghost, but you never tell them all your secrets. Colin Barrett, my ancestors were Normans, so they were big supporters of the Plantagenets. I don't know what a Plantagenet is. Grant McGregor, so did you count how many times Tendi, Mistress of the Winter Constellations, thrashed Mariner's butt with the stick? It was 3, I think. I didn't actually count. I was enjoying it. I was like, ooh, where's this going? This is going to go... No? Oh, okay. Squadron Chorus. What if a man with the last name Mother becomes a priest? Peter Lukaku, $10. Stress chamber is actually agony booth recalibrated. Backs. You're right, Cap. It's spelled Stewart, like Patrick Stewart and myself. No, that's incorrect. For a last name, S-T-E-W is acceptable. For a first name, for Stewart, that is not the correct way to spell Stewart. That's a first name. As a last name, it's fine. I would not spell a last name Stewart with a U. That just makes no sense. But as first name with a U, last name with an E. Colin Barrett. The Plantagenets were a royal line in England, starting with William I or William the Conqueror. Okay, I'm probably saying it wrong. Squadron Chorus. I just wrote a scene with an agony device for book 2. Ooh, exciting. The Holy Gabriel. Stuart is in fact the French spelling. Stuart is the Scottish spelling. King Richard the Lionheart and his younger bro Prince John, whom I am descended from, are both from the whatever line of kings. Very cool. So you're telling me that Stuart with a U is French. I hate the French. My whole existence is a lie. I must not change my name. Jedi Productions, so that's what you Canadians call your ahem, the trick. So that's what you Canadians call your ahem, the trick. I don't know what you're referring to. Colin Barrett, Richard III was the last when King was replaced by Henry the Seventh. The first Tudor king. Okay, don't care. This family was replaced by this family, and this family did this thing, and it's like, holy Christ, guys, just relax. Nah, it's frustrating. Kevin Horsley is in the second episode of Voyager Season 1. If not for the shuttle bay being open, the next 7 seasons never happened. Do you regret B'Elanna and Janeway picking the correct Voyager? No. I like Voyager. Trekyards, fun fact, ejector seat, pneumatic tires, DeLorean, first propeller defibrillator, modern tractor, streetcar, electric tram, safety lamp, milk chocolate, Kelvin scale, Viagra, all North Irish people inventions. Cool. You should hear all the Canadian inventions. Chaddock says, but you like their fried spuds. Like them, our French fried potatoes. Yeah. Mark Henson, all the Irish talk and anti-stress chamber stuff makes me want a Guinness and penis massage. Shit. It's plantagenets. That's the whole fringe but belief from descending from Jesus, thus perpetrating the divine rulers. Fleetpaw, you must change your name. You can't have mine, it's taken. Cody says, my girlfriend thought she was Irish her whole life, then got one of those tests and turns out she's mostly Italian. Her grandmother apparently had a secret affair. Ooh. I got one of those tests. Mine was half German, half Irish, and a little bit of Norwegian, a small bit of Norwegian in there. That was from all the raping and pillaging, the Vikings and stuff. So, but yeah, it's pretty much exactly what I expected when I got my ancestry DNA. So that was cool. Still have the results somewhere. Yeah, the black box, Wi-Fi, and the polymer banknotes are Aussie inventions. Check or not, James Martin of Martin Baker was Northern Irish. I don't. Okay. Everyone knows Scotland invented everything. No, that was the Russians. Listen to Chekhov. Jaddock says, I just got one of those tests that came back saying I was, awesome. This Jericho says, I know I am part Persian. My grandfather was born in Persia. Well, this live has gone off the rails. I'm going to call it quits now, guys, because I am getting tired, and I do have to do some stuff tomorrow for the London Comic Con, and I'm going to be busy and on my feet pretty much all weekend, so I'm going to call it there. The episode, in my opinion, as a summation, was all right. It's kind of a meh episode for me. Nothing super great to write home about, but join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we do our complete breakdown, scene by scene, and discuss it. Samuel liked it better than I did. So it'll be interesting to go through it with him and see why. So join us for that, and wish me luck this weekend because I'm going to be busy. So on that note, thank you all for hanging out with me. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm sorry, these last few late night lives have just been I've been very kind of tired and just exhausted with life. There's nothing wrong, just my depression, my seasonal depression kicking in. Because I go back through my Facebook posts, my memories, and a lot of them around this time are like, I haven't felt like myself and blah, blah, blah. So I apologize if I'm seeming a little off. There's nothing wrong. I'm not physically ill or anything. There's nothing going on in my relationships or anything like that. So don't think that, but I apologize for kind of being, a lot of people call me a dick, so I apologize for being a limp dick lately. I'll work on that. I'll figure it out. Get some Viagra and, But yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and tune in, like I said, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff if you haven't already, and I'll see you after the convention. I'll let you know how it goes. The whole Robert Picardo thing. There will be video. I don't think I'm doing a captain's log on the convention, but I will do. I'll try to record the Robert Picardo thing at least to upload that, so you guys have some content in that regard. So, and I'm also working on like 2 or 3 things for the Captain Foley personal channel. So if you're not subscribed over there, please go over there and subscribe. And yeah, hopefully that'll keep you guys entertained. And on that note, I'm out. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great night. Bye, everybody.